Thank you, Ms. Belinda. I've been very excited about today, the opportunity I've been hearing of all the various things that are needed, and I'm so thankful to be able to show you the solution today of how to communicate effectively, because how are we supposed to collaborate if we can't speak to one another? And when we do speak to one another, are we actually meeting them where they are? So in other words, for Worldwide Tech, that also means incorporating dialects. So today, as you come in today, you have the ability to, in Spanish alone, you have 26 different dialects. Arabic has 16 different dialects. So it'll understand you if you were speaking into it, as well as you'll be able to hear it out at the same level. So without further delay, my biggest goal today is to just show you the sizzle. So I hope you can sit back with us, kind of follow along. The company Worldwide Tech Connections has been around now for 7 years. I'd like to start first with one of our programs that we're doing right now at the Denver International Airport. We are making that facility compliant in communication. For those that are familiar with the Title VI Civil Rights Act, that understands that communication must also be, all correspondence must be in the language of the constituent. If we can go on and bring up for me so this is the interface. We'll show you a picture of the kiosk. We have 50 kiosks turning on next Friday at the Denver International Airport. Thank you. There it is in the corner. So this will be what you see there. There'll be advertising on the side. Everything is TTYD and fully accessible at all levels for blind, deaf, deafblind, and in 100 spoken languages. Passengers will be able to go and change their flights in their native language. So as they speak Arabic, the airline representative will hear it in English and vice versa. They'll be able to do their eats, they'll be able to order food, and at the same time, having that collaboration, that conversation that we're talking about with global text messaging. So you'll actually be able to type in your native keyboard, as well as you'll be able to speak in your native language based on your capabilities of education. So I'm going to ask you to go on, if you'll just bring up their survey for me, please, on the interface. So you can do that either side, Ms. Colleen. So in this interface, as they select, as you can see, we're in English. Up here, you're going to go and pick so the goal was to bring people together, understanding that normally you get a translated document, but with that document, you've been asked to write in English your answers. So we felt that was inefficient, so because of that, we created a system where you can type in your native keyboard, you can speak in your native language, and it'll be able to receive that, and it'll push to your CRM because it saves in both the native language plus the language for your country or your needs. So then that way we can actually process that information in real time without the assistance of a translator. If you do need one could be ported in as well. But this allows people to actually be able to utilize everything with that inclusivity, being able to be already taken care of. Not only is our spoken word happening here, we have several school districts, about almost 250,000 people right now throughout the United States in K-12 and higher learning, where as the teacher speaks, the student receives everything bilingually in their native language plus English in every one of their classrooms. All they have to do to come in is they either hit a QR code or they hit a URL link like you did today. If a parent comes up to speak, all they have to do is hit that QR code and the parent can speak directly to the teacher without any other services in place. Worldwide Tech Connections has been focused on of what do you do when there's a need but you don't have resources in place? Who fills that gap? That's who we are. We also have the only context engine in the world, which allows those school teachers as well. If you're going to take that to the box, please. As the school teachers as well, they're going to have the opportunity have their own profiles. So let's say that you have the word Turkey. Well, if you're a history teacher, of course that's a country. But if you're earth science, then it needs to be a bird. If you use the word, we could train the word that's foot. So let's say that you are a mathematician, then of course it's a unit of measurement. But if you're a gym teacher, it's a body part. So Worldwide Tech Connection is able to actually to make sure that all of those words actually have the exact meaning that you want them. We also know in multiple cultures, we don't have corresponding words, so it has to explain. In our schools alone, we have over 200 different acronyms. So when you speak the acronym, it actually expands it out for the user on the other side as well. But if they don't have words, so like in Swahili, if I say, this is mine, they don't even have a word for that because everything's communal. So we have to explain that word. So very proud of being able to do that as well. This is our base interface. What we do is speech to text, text to text, text to speech. She's setting it up as a bilingual here. She types. You'll see it's 200 milliseconds from the stream. So we can take a bot, we can have a live conversation, and put that in 100 plus spoken languages in real time. As you speak, I'm going to ask Colleen, if you don't mind, to turn on your microphone over there and speak as well. Both microphones, the one in front of you as well.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I think you're going to find very much the benefits that this has in a classroom as well as other organizations. A little bit about myself. I'm the Director of Education with Jeff's company, so being able to stand in front of a classroom of a number of students and have a variety of languages, and they could walk away having a bilingual transcript, they could walk away having the knowledge of not only their native language and the proficiency of that, but also the English proficiency, and then also the benefits of taking that home and having the assistance at home with parents that have limited English proficiency as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Colleen. As you see, it was transcribing. We do take the entire sentence because in complex language structures around the world, let's say German, the verb is at the end, so we don't know the values of the preceding words until that happens. So we're really proud of being able to do that. We've also leveraged all of the servers from around the world, all the various styles of languages. So the very first thing that we did is actually interpret all of our language codes to be able to normalize any aspect or any player in this hemisphere to be able to utilize them on our platform. On top of it, add a grammatical engine where it knows what the noun, the pronoun, the adjective of every language is. Have that content engine to guarantee the delivery of the words and the content that's needed, as well as we have our own speech-to-text dictionaries. That's how we're able to take an utterance, any sound, and make a value. So if someone has a stroke, and they don't have access to be able to use speech technology for even a bed to take them up. But with Worldwide Tech, we can actually sample that and push it out as straight English for them. So we're very excited about what we've been showing as well. The last thing that I'd like to show you is how I look forward to the world consuming information and videos. So with that, this is a gentleman named Nick Vijuvic. He's very popular around the world. We've been putting him in language for over 5 years now. And what I want to show you is the player. So this is the first time it's ever been seen, so I hope that you don't mind me showing a little groundbreaking moment here. So the difference in this player is when we hit the closed captioning, it's already running in 608, 708, and OP40, which is all the closed captionings. To the right is actually the headphones. When we click that, it's actually going to take his speech away and put it in that language. So it'll be the spoken language to promote education. And then last but not least, the hands on the side will show you how we can also promote ASL for full inclusion and equity for everyone. So with that being said, if you could go on and play the video for me, please, Ms. Colleen.
Making sure that we have sound, Jeffrey, from the
No problem. Clearly we don't yet. You can start with subtitles though, while we're waiting. As you can see, it's already there. It's already working along that. This could be in your CDN as it goes, and any type of video. You want to turn that up? That's fine. I feel like we're getting so much closer. I'm glad to say it's not my technology. That's the issue. So with that being said, as you can see, as he's speaking, is it's changing in real time. So if you kind of think of like any television network, any capability, Worldwide Tech's been focused on actually reaching the 2 billion people.
I'm going to use the ups and downs of my life, but I'm going to trust in the GPS. GPS, Nick. Bueno, déjame decirte, si Dios me diera un plan completo, Nick, voy a USART.
Il mondo, se mi dicesse che all'età di 8 anni, prima morirei di shock. Ma in secondo luogo, se sapessi esattamente dove stavo andando e come Dio stava guidando
You could show
ogni
the ACL,
singolo
the
passo,
ASL, please.
allora perché avrei...
So you can see this also can incorporate the ASL. We also have bots for this as well too.
God was leading every single step, then why would I?
Por eso me gusta el acrónimo de GPS, Sistema de Posicionamiento de Dios.
Thank you
La
so
hoja
much.
de ruta de Dios.
So as you see, this is going to allow us the opportunity not only to assess and talk to people, but also to train people on technology and be in relationship with each other and customer service. Worldwide Tech also has the sole source documentation as the only resource to be able to make a phone call to a landline without any application in between. So if you want to be able to call someone in another country, let's say in Arabic, again, you would just speak English, set it up as the bridge for source language and the language being received. They would speak that language, come back. For our medical community, it also transcribes everything in language. One of our biggest issues right now is our workforce. And so if we can actually expand the capabilities of our workforce, because they already have their educational capabilities, and we have the ability to put them in language, so that way we can harness and actually optimize what we have, then that is where we're focused. So Worldwide Tech, thank you, is the opportunity for us to come together as globally without language barriers. Thank you for your time today.